Can you believe Morgan Freeman is 87 and still looks like he's in his 50s? No plastic surgery. No magic pills. What's his secret? It's surprisingly simple. He just avoids 3 everyday foods that many of us eat without thinking. Hi there, I'm Dr. Grace Mitchell. For over 35 years, I've helped more than 40,000 older adults live healthier, more joyful lives, without extreme diets or fancy trends. Now here's what may surprise you: the foods Morgan stays away from aren't exotic or expensive. In fact, they're probably sitting in your fridge or pantry right now. If you're someone who wants to stay sharp, strong, and young-looking as you age, just like Morgan, then this video is for you. I'll walk you through the exact 3 foods he avoids and explain why they could be quietly aging your body. And if you care about your health or have a loved one over 60, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. You won't want to miss the simple changes that could help you feel years younger. Let's dive in. 1. Avoid refined sugar. Let's start with the first thing Morgan Freeman stays away from: refined sugar. Now, I know this might sound familiar. We've all heard that sugar isn't the best for us, but here's the thing most people don't realize: refined sugar doesn't just affect your waistline. It can quietly speed up aging from the inside out. When you eat a lot of refined sugar, like in soda, pastries, processed snacks, it can cause inflammation in your body. That's the kind of silent inflammation that doesn't hurt, but over time, it damages your cells, your skin, even your brain. It's like putting a slow-burning fire inside your body. And that's one of the big reasons why people age faster than they should. Morgan Freeman figured this out early on. He made the conscious decision to cut back on refined sugars. Now, that doesn't mean he never enjoys something sweet. But instead of eating cookies or drinking sugary drinks, he reaches for natural options, like berries, apples, or a small piece of dark chocolate. These still satisfy the sweet tooth, but don't flood the body with processed sugars. And let me tell you a little story that really stuck with me. A few years ago, I worked with a lovely woman named Linda. She was 68 at the time, very energetic but constantly tired by midday. She also had some skin issues, nothing serious, but her face always looked a little dull and puffy, even though she took good care of herself. She came to me hoping to feel more alive and confident again. We took a close look at her diet, and one thing stood out: sugar. Not in large amounts, but in small, steady doses: her morning-flavored yogurt, a couple of cookies after lunch, and her evening cup of tea with 2 spoons of sugar. Nothing extreme, but it added up. So I gently encouraged her to experiment. For just 4 weeks, we swapped the yogurt for plain Greek yogurt with fresh berries. The cookies became apple slices with a little almond butter. And we slowly cut the sugar in her tea until she no longer needed it. What happened was nothing short of amazing. By the end of those 4 weeks, Linda's energy shot up. She no longer needed an afternoon nap. Her skin began to glow, literally. Her friends started asking her if she had done something to her face. And her mood improved too. She told me she hadn't felt that light and clear-headed in years. Now, I'm not saying refined sugar is poison. Life is meant to be enjoyed. But when sugar becomes a daily habit, it quietly chips away at our health, our energy, and even how young we look. And this is what Morgan Freeman understands and practices. He doesn't chase youth with expensive creams or trendy supplements. He simply avoids the things that make us age faster. And refined sugar is one of the biggest culprits. Here's what I want you to remember: every small change adds up. Even if you just swap 1 sugary snack a day for something fresh and natural, your body will thank you. So let me ask you, have you ever tried cutting down on sugar? Maybe you noticed more energy, clearer skin, or better sleep. Or maybe it was harder than you thought and you're still working on it. Either way, I'd love to hear your story. Share it in the comments below. You never know who might be inspired by your journey. And if you're still watching this video, that tells me something: you care. You're here because you want to take better care of yourself, and that already sets you apart. In a world where we're told to fix aging with pills, injections, or filters, sometimes the real secret is just going back to the basics. And avoiding refined sugar is one of those simple, powerful steps. Let's keep going, because the next food Morgan avoids might surprise you even more. 2. Avoid processed foods. Let's move on to the second food Morgan Freeman avoids: processed foods. Now, you might be thinking, what exactly counts as processed? Well, it's more common than you think. Frozen dinners, deli meats, canned soups, snack chips, microwave meals, they're quick, convenient, and everywhere. But here's the problem: most of these foods are packed with preservatives, artificial ingredients, and a lot of sodium. And over time, they quietly take a toll on your body, especially your heart. One of the biggest dangers? Salt. Not the pinch of salt you add to your home-cooked meal, but the massive amount hidden in processed foods. Too much sodium raises blood pressure, strains your heart, and increases the risk of stroke. And the truth is, many older adults eat double the recommended amount of sodium every single day without even realizing it. Morgan Freeman made a conscious decision to step away from processed foods years ago. Instead of relying on prepackaged meals, he began preparing simple dishes at home. Nothing fancy, just real, whole ingredients, fresh vegetables, lean proteins, a little olive oil, herbs, and spices. He once said he believes in eating what his grandmother would have recognized as food, and I think that's a beautiful, simple rule to follow. Let me tell you about someone this truly helped, Mr. John. John was 72 when I first met him. A proud retired firefighter, full of stories, full of life. But over time, he started feeling sluggish. His blood pressure was climbing. His doctor had started him on medication, but John didn't want to rely on pills forever. When we looked into his habits, one thing stood out: his meals were mostly from boxes or cans. Breakfast was toaster waffles, lunch was a microwave burrito, and dinner often came from the frozen food aisle. It was quick, and it tasted good, but it was silently weighing him down. So we made a plan, nothing drastic. He started shopping the outer aisles of the grocery store, where the fresh foods live. He swapped canned soups for homemade vegetable stews, deli meats for grilled chicken, and frozen dinners for simple one-pan meals. He even discovered a love for roasted Brussels sprouts and sweet potatoes. Within 3 months, John's blood pressure dropped naturally. He lost 10 pounds without even trying. But the best part? He told me he felt in control again. He had more energy, slept better, and even started gardening again, a hobby he had given up years ago. Now, I want to be clear, this isn't about being perfect. We all have days when we reach for something easy. And that's okay. But what makes the difference is what you do most of the time. Choosing fresh, whole foods over processed ones doesn't mean hours in the kitchen or expensive ingredients. It means cooking simple meals with love. A bowl of oatmeal with banana slices. A salad with olive oil and lemon. A grilled piece of fish with steamed greens. These aren't complicated, but they feed your body and your soul in a way that frozen meals just can't. Morgan Freeman doesn't eat this way to be trendy. He does it because he knows that real food keeps his heart strong, his mind clear, and his energy steady. And if a man in his late 80s can thrive this way, so can you. Here's something I'd love to know. Do you have a favorite fresh meal or a family recipe that brings you joy? Maybe a vegetable soup your mother used to make, or a fruit salad you whip up in summer. Food is about nourishment, yes, but it's also about memories, comfort, and connection. So if you have a favorite healthy recipe, share it in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. You never know who might be inspired to try your dish and start their own journey toward better health. Remember, your kitchen can be your most powerful tool for staying young, not your doctor's office, not the pharmacy, but that little space where you choose what goes into your body every day. Avoiding processed foods is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. Your heart will thank you. Your energy will rise. And your body will begin to heal in ways you may not have even realized it needed. You don't need to be a gourmet chef. You just need to care enough to try. Let's keep going. Because the third food Morgan Freeman avoids might just be hiding in your kitchen right now. 3. Avoid excessive alcohol. Let's talk about something that's a part of many social lives: alcohol. A glass of wine with dinner, a beer while watching the game, or a toast at a family gathering, it's all pretty common. And for many, it's a way to relax or unwind. But here's the honest truth: when alcohol becomes a regular habit, especially in larger amounts, it starts doing quiet damage. To your liver, to your sleep, and, over time, to your brain. Morgan Freeman understands this. That's why he drinks alcohol in moderation, and only on occasion. He's not against it entirely, but he's mindful. At his age, he knows how important it is to stay sharp, balanced, and clear-headed. And too much alcohol? It can cloud that clarity. Let me share a real story with you. Susan, a kind, bubbly woman I met a few years ago, was 65 when she started noticing something wasn't quite right. She'd wake up feeling groggy, even after a full night's sleep. Her mood would swing for no clear reason. And worst of all, she felt foggy. Like her thoughts were stuck behind a curtain. When we sat down to look at her daily habits, one thing stood out: every evening, almost like clockwork, she'd pour herself 2 or 3 glasses of wine. "It helps me relax," she said. And she wasn't alone, many of her friends did the same. But what she didn't realize was how that quiet, nightly routine was slowly taking a toll. So, we made a gentle plan. No cold turkey. Just awareness. She started by replacing her second glass with sparkling water and fresh lime. She kept a little journal, nothing fancy, just a few lines a night, about how she felt the next morning. And within a couple of weeks, something changed. Her sleep improved. Her mind felt clearer. And she had more energy during the day. She told me, "I thought wine was helping me wind down, but honestly, I feel better without it." Now, I want to be very clear. This isn't about judging anyone. Life after 60 should still be full of joy, and if a glass of wine brings you joy now and then, enjoy it. But the key is control. Not letting that one glass become 3 or 4, not making it a daily crutch. Alcohol, especially as we age, affects the body differently. Our liver processes it slower. It interferes with medications. It can disrupt our sleep and raise our blood pressure. Even small amounts, if consumed too often, can add up. Morgan Freeman drinks with intention. He might raise a glass at a celebration, but he's not drinking to fill time, escape stress, or help himself fall asleep. And that difference? It matters. If you've ever felt like alcohol helps you relax or sleep better, I want to gently challenge that idea. Because while it might help you fall asleep faster, it also disrupts deep sleep, the kind your brain and body truly need to restore. If you're trying to cut back, here are a few things that have helped many of my patients. Set a limit before you pour that first drink. 1 glass. That's it. Alternate alcoholic drinks with water or herbal tea. Make it special. Use a nice glass, light a candle, and savor the moment. You don't need 3 drinks to enjoy one. Tell someone. Let a friend or partner know you're cutting back. Accountability helps more than we think. And here's the beautiful part: when you start sleeping better, thinking more clearly, and feeling more energized, you'll realize you're not missing out. You're gaining something even better: yourself, fully present. I'd love to hear from you. What helps you drink mindfully? Do you have a favorite non-alcoholic drink, or a little ritual that helps you wind down at night without reaching for a bottle? Share it in the comments. You never know who you might inspire. At the end of the day, taking care of your mind and body isn't about being perfect. It's about being kind to yourself. Choosing what supports your energy, your clarity, your peace. That's what Morgan Freeman does. And it's something we can all start doing, one small step at a time. Let's keep moving forward together. Because the next habit on this list? It might surprise you, and it could be affecting your health more than you realize. So let's wrap this up with a gentle reminder. If you want to stay healthy and look youthful like Morgan Freeman, here are 3 simple but powerful habits to focus on. Cut back on refined sugar. Choose fresh, whole foods. Drink alcohol in moderation. Aging doesn't mean slowing down. It's actually the perfect time to love yourself more, take better care of your body, and live each day with purpose and joy. These changes don't have to be overwhelming. You can start small, one habit at a time, and over the weeks and months, you'll feel stronger, clearer, and more in control of your health. If this video helped you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can build a warm, supportive community where older adults feel seen, inspired, and empowered to live their best years yet. And if you'd like me to turn this into a full video or you want more information on any of these tips, just let me know in the comments. I'm always here to help.